Today's Tips du Jour mailbag question comes to us from Canada. Robert, when it comes to sound hole diameter, does size matter? Ian in Canada. Well, yes, Ian, it does matter. And in a nutshell, it adjusts the Helmholtz resonating frequency of the box. Now, that's probably Greek to a lot of you guys, but yeah, it can make a difference. And there are reasons or times when you would want to adjust the resonating frequency of your box. Now, I had a student in the past that made what he called a Frankenstein guitar. Just to prove this point, he made an adjustable sound hole and also an adjustable sound port that he could test the resonating frequency of his box and arrive at the optimum sound hole size. And so it was a great little experiment that he did. Trevor Gore in Australia is the authority on Helmholtz resonating frequencies and guitars and all that kind of stuff. I want to bring him on. He just happens to be in my shop. What are the chances of that? I'm going to let him on here and talk about why you would want to adjust the resonating frequency of the box and how to do it.
As Robbie mentioned, changing the sound hole diameter changes the resonant frequency of the box, also known as the fully coupled air resonance. And not everybody has an iris-shaped sound hole cover, which they can easily adjust the sound hole area with to make that change. So there are a few ways you can do that, and I'm going to show you one of those today. Basically, changing the sound hole diameter by 1 millimeter changes the air resonant frequency inside the box by about 1 hertz. You say, well, that doesn't sound like very much. But if you're having a wolf note associated with the Helmholtz resonance, which is essentially where a played note on the guitar is making a strange noise, usually a sort of dead note, and typically it would be around G, 3rd fret on the E string. If that's a problematic note, you might want to shift that resonant frequency off the G onto some other frequency. Now G there is at 98 hertz. To get off a scale tone at that frequency, you need to shift the air resonance only about 2 hertz. So what we found through experiment is changing the sound hole diameter by 1 millimeter changes the air resonance by about 1 hertz. So if we change the sound hole diameter by about 2 millimeters, we should effect a change that's big enough to take the Helmholtz resonance right off a resonant frequency. I'll show you how to do that. What I'm going to use to change the sound hole diameter is some binding material. And this particular binding material is ABS plastic and is very flexible, of course, so you can bend it cold, but just as easily, well, not quite as easily really, you can use a piece of wooden binding material and heat bend it so that you get a ring exactly the same diameter as the sound hole. Drop that ring in there, make sure it's exactly the right length, and it will just stay there. Okay, and if you look very carefully, you can see that I've got the ABS ring pressed in there now, and as you can see, just easily pops out. I tested that air resonance just previously, and with the ABS ring in there, it tapped out at exactly 95 hertz, which is off a scale tone, which is great. So I'm not going to get a wolf note on that. And without the ring in there, it taps out at 98. And the ring, the thickness of the ring material on this was 1.5 millimeters.